Hello cats and kittens, MamaCatGamer here. I wanted to do a job quest with him, with Gav. But I also want to go to the smith and refresh on how to do the tanking stuff. These are attack markers, right? You can see they've got the conal here. You got circular, you got a donut here in a straight line. Castbars, some enemies attacks take time to cast before they strike. A progress bar will appear beside the name of the caster, and once this bar fills completely, the attack will be unleashed. Note that attacks with no cast time will not display a cast bar. Okay, Enmity. That's the priority system by which an enemy chooses a target. All players entered into combat with the enemy generate Enmity for dealing damage or healing. Two ways you can check your Enmity level. The list shows all enemies with whom you have generated enmity. Try to say enemy and enmity at the same time. The icon on the left indicates your current enmity level. The 4 levels are displayed below in order of greatest to least. Red means you've got aggro or aggression. Orange means you're about ready to get aggro. Yellow means you're at risk for it. Green means you don't have it at all. Enhancements and Enfeeblements can be applied to you or to the enemy, actually. Types of markers. Targeting markers. You can see different kinds here. There's one that goes over the head. That one you want to take out of away from your parties. This one, this line, if it's like a chain, you want to run away from the person you are chained with. Ideally, both of you run away from each other, okay? And that breaks the chain. Area of effect markers, you can see how big this area is. They'll give you a nice big ring. They're pretty obvious. Stack markers. Okay, this is a circle stack. You want to stack with your group when you see these. They're yellow and they make a kind of womp 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 sound to them. This line stack, you can see it's in a line. All you have to do is be in the line. You don't need to be right on top of the person. Definitely need to be in the line though. Ideally tanks in front. So they soak a little bit more of that damage. Lethal attack markers. Alright, this is like a tank buster, they call it. Alright. This is a solo marker. They may inflict an area of effect attack, depending on the enemy, okay? You'll see a wider red ring on the floor, if that's the case. A line or cleave marker has this yellow hatched, black hatched yellow square box around it. It rotates around. They'll strike that entire area behind the target, so you don't want to be behind them. Stack markers. The spheres orbiting the center indicate how many players are needed to withstand the attack, so you need 3. I rarely see these in dungeons. I more often see it in, like, Savage raiding. Right? Obviously, you have to have more than one tank, so you're never going to see that in a dungeon, right? Because you only have one tank in a dungeon. Homing area of effects. This yellow set of arrows will move. Okay, that indicates that you'll be chased by a series of area of effect attacks. You want to run those away from your party. Okay, they strike rapidly and repeatedly. You need to keep moving. Knockbacks. You'll see these arrows that, like, move away from a center. Okay, the center of those arrows is where the attack is going to happen. And that's where you want to position yourself, ideally with enough space behind you so that when you get knocked back, you don't end up knocked back, off a platform, for instance, which has happened a few times to me. More than a few times. Sometimes it happens. You don't get positioned correctly in the right place. Arm's length will nullify a lot of those. It won't nullify all of them, but it will nullify a lot. Radial knockback Players will be pushed outwards from the point of impact. If the marker is purple like this one, it cannot be nullified by job actions. You know, I learned something new. I didn't know that if it's a different color, that means it can't be nullified. Okay, directional knockback. You'll be pushed in a single set direction. We probably will see that in one of the trials in Stormblood. Area of effect knockbacks. This yellow area. You want to actually be at the ring, outside, not in the center. Okay. When it strikes, you'll be pushed back a set distance away from the point of impact based on your relative location. You will take damage if you stand inside its bounds, so you should position yourself along its outer edges, be outside of it. If the marker is purple, like this one, it cannot be nullified by job actions. I hope you're not colorblind. There is a color blindness adjuster. Let me see. I don't know if it's under system configuration. Graphics settings. UI list. By the way, you can change your HUD party list. Make sure to look through all of these system and character configurations. You may find something that is really important to you. You can change the color of your nameplates. Okay. I changed my monsters to bright pink so that I could... I think they're red by default, but I was getting it too messed up with some of the other non-enemies, you know, people in other alliances in particular. So I changed them to bright pink. They also stand out a lot better in different settings. Like if it's a dark setting, dark red is a little bit challenging to see for some people. Hot pink is a lot easier to see. Where is that color adjuster? You can change the notification sounds on your logs in your chat settings. I want the HUD layout to be 4. Oh. All right, system configuration, accessibility settings. You can enable visual alerts. I tried that. Found it was too annoying. Color filtering, you can adjust protanopia if you have red-green color vision with the red cones. Deuteranopia is red-green color blindness with the affecting the green cones more often. So if you have red-green color blindness and you don't know which one you have, try both settings, see which one works better for you. Tritanopia is for folks who have trouble with blue and yellow. Okay. I'm not going to color filter, because I have normal color vision. All right. Interesting. If this ring is purple, it cannot be nullified by arm's length. Can't be nullified by job actions. Okay. Flare markers. That's a proximity-based area of effect. Okay. The closer you are to the point of impact, the more damage you take, so you want to run away. Okay. You'll see this in some alliance raids. This is commonly called a flare. All right. If you get this flare marker, okay, with 3 arrows coming out, you want to run that away from the party as much as you can. Tower markers. Oh, this is a tank tower, so if it has a red ring in it, the tank needs... Only a tank should occupy it. Okay. Multiple player targets, towers. The number will be indicated by the marker. Displayed below are 2 examples of 2-player towers. So you can see either two sticks up in the air, right? Or you see 2 balls on the outer edge on the ring. Sometimes you'll see 2 of these I don't know what to call them. Kind of like bent rectangles in there. And when one person goes in, it'll fill up, it'll light up, and then the second one will do that. You'll see that a 3-person version of that in, what is it, Orbun Monastery. It's a Alliance raid for Stormblood series, so we'll hopefully be getting into that, you know, not in the not too distant future. And that one will light up. You'll have to have 3, and it'll light up when all 3 are there. Okay, that's on the Counts at Alphas fight. So you will see that. I don't know that I've ever seen this, but I haven't ever tanked at a higher level where that might show up and me pay attention to it. Proximity tethers. If it's red and has arrows, run away from the person who you are tethered with. You want to turn it into this purple line, okay? If you see a chain like this, it'll be orange. Run it away, it'll break. Interceptable tethers. Some people need to intercept it, all right, so that the proper person takes the damage. I have seen this in the Counts at Alphas fight, where 3 or 4 I think it's 3 DPS have to share that tether and not let the tank get it. Gaze markers. If you see an eyeball, turn away from it. Now, if you see an eyeball and it has a cone area of effect, you may not have to worry about turning away. All right, but if you see an eyeball, watch the Castbar. You know you're going to be needing to turn away immediately. Other markers, these are number markers 1, 2, and 3. That tells you who's going to get hit first. All right. Countdown markers. You'll see a 3 and then the 2 and then a 1. We've been doing the Zeromus fight on Savage mode, unsynced, and this one shows up every fight with that boss. Okay. You'll see this countdown marker 2. It'll go from full to, it'll turn gray each quadrant, or it's not a quadrant. 3 pieces of the pie will fill up, okay? And then you know that whatever's going to happen is going to happen right then. All right. Just a nice refresher in case you needed to do that. All right, we are going to finish up with a cat joke here. The video got really long, so I decided to split it into 3 parts. And so I'm adding a cat joke here to finish off this video. What do you call a cat who lives at the beach? Sandy Claus. Yes, Sandy Claus. Okay. If you're enjoying the series, you know, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that jazz. You know what to do and when to do it. We've got playlists for Gavtia's journeys. I've got the complete one, and then I am working on splitting some of them off into their own expansions so they're easier to find. I also have Solo Duty School. We're slowly working on adding tutorials on the solo duties. I may add some more tutorials on other things along the way. Just like this one ended up being more of a tutorial. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly enjoy hearing your comments and questions. You know, I'm happy to answer them. So send them along. All right. You take care, cats and kittens. See you next time.